Hey, what up guys, and welcome back to the channel. You think animatronics are harmless until they lose control. These 5 breakdowns weren't just mechanical, they were absolute malfunctions of reality. From falling down from a flailing clown, the Disney icons that fall apart in front of your very eyes, these are the animatronics that you weren't supposed to see. But once you do, it's really hard to forget. And hey, if you find this kind of cursed content enjoyable, and if you're here, I hope you do, we also stream live on Twitch. The link's below, if you dare. So let's move on. We'll start with an animatronic that lost its head, yet dared to keep going. You gotta give it credit. Okay, so let's start out by talking about Disney's Under the Sea ride. A family-friendly musical cruise with bright colours, catchy songs, and one massive sea witch. Ursula is one of the largest animatronics in the park's Fantasyland area. Normally, she belts out poor unfortunate souls with flawless lip sync and fluid motion. We've all heard it before, it's a classic. And she was engineered to be stunning. This animatronic was a multi-jointed marvel, and lucky for us, Disney actually showed some of the behind-the-scenes footage during its development. You can see the craftsmanship, facial servo arrays, layered costuming, and synced jaw articulation. It's one of the most advanced figures in that entire ride, built to impress millions of people, and it already has, which makes what happened all the more disturbing to watch. In this now infamous clip, Ursula is mid-song when her entire head collapses into her chest cavity, and somehow she keeps on singing, which I don't know about you, but that makes it all the creepier. It turns a Disney classic into something straight out of a haunted VHS tape. It's 9 seconds of pure nightmare fuel. I'll link the main clip below. Check it out after this one. It's brilliant.
What do you get when you take a showbiz pizza place and change the name to Chuck E. Cheese's?
Okay, so if you grew up in America, there's a high probability that at one point in your childhood, you were traumatized by a mechanical mouse in a pizza place. Chuck E. Cheese was once the king of animatronic entertainment, but before Chuck took center stage, there was another band, the Rock-afire Explosion.
Skeezix McPherson.
No, it's me.
Can it be
It's
the
me.
manager?
The manager of the store. You get 10 points, Mitzi Mozzarella, because the manager of the store is the one that keeps everything going for us here at Showbiz Pizza Place, and we just want to give you a fine howdy-doody-doody-doo to you, Mr. Manager.
We've touched on them a couple of times here on this channel, but for anyone who is unaware, these were originally created by an Aaron Fetcher. The Rock-afire crew was full of personality and cutting-edge tech for the time. When Chuck E. Cheese merged Showbiz Pizza in the 90s, many of these animatronics were simply, and I kid you not, just reskinned. But the mechanical bones of the animatronics there before remained. And if that isn't scary enough on its own, we've got a couple of malfunctions here of our pal Chuck E. Cheese. So we talked about the mechanical bones remaining. When those bones start to creak, things tend to get a little weird. In our first clip here, Chucky's eyes get stuck wide open while the rest of his face keeps performing like nothing's wrong. A true professional. It's like watching someone smile through an existential breakdown. Then, moving on to our second clip, we have what might be the world's most cursed spin. His head turns left, his torso has no idea where he's going. It just keeps on turning. Finally, the full neck twist. If it wasn't good enough for just the torso, now we have his neck. It was supposed to be a subtle movement, instead, we get full-on exorcist energy. Chuck E. Cheese may be a childhood memory for some, but in these clips, he's the stuff of robotic nightmares, and probably some PTSD for many. And speaking of nightmares, wait until you see what happens later on in this video when Spirit Halloween props decide to break character. Alright, and next up we have when superheroes glitch, and I'll let you in on a little secret here. This is quite possibly my favourite one anyway. At Disneyland's Avengers Campus, Disney introduced one of their most advanced animatronics ever, a robotic Spider-Man capable of launching into the air, flipping mid-flight and landing behind the scenes. It's as incredible as it sounds, and they pulled it off. He's not a stuntman, he's not a puppet, he's a fully autonomous robot built to fly like a human. And on most days, credit where credit is due, he absolutely nails it. But this time, this was not most days. Before launch, the team had tested Spider-Bot in stages. First, it was a stick on a chain, spinning in midair, quite trivial. Then came the legs, the joints, and the onboard sensors, and by the end of it, it was flipping, twisting, and landing like a pro, until it wasn't anymore. In one viral show mishap, Spider-Man launches into the sky and slams full force into the building facade. A panel crumples, alarms silently ring in viewers' heads, and the bot flops like a ragdoll to the floor. But the real twist, it actually wasn't unexpected. Disney had pre-recorded a fail-safe audio track ready to go. That's right, they knew this might happen and wrote it into the script. That's Disney detail for you. It's an epic tech moment, a faceplant for the ages, and proof that even the most advanced animatronics are just one glitch away from going viral online.
Hey, everyone! Wanna hear a song? Let me sing it for you. Oh, I know a naughty child who was so very bad.
Do you know what's worse than a creepy clown? A broken creepy clown. Spirit Halloween has become the destination for temporary terror tech each October, and every year their stores unleash a new lineup of animatronics designed to spook, scream, and snarl at you, except when they don't work properly. Then it becomes a whole different kind of horror, and we are totally here for it. In this clip here, the guy's head is fully twisted. I mean, it's basically falling off. But he keeps jerking around and laughing like nothing's wrong. The sound is delayed, the movement is broken, and the result is a full-on circus from hell. It's laughing at you manically, and it's staring into your soul. Why didn't this guy buy it? Next, we have this absolute unit. His head is snapped all the way back, but that doesn't stop him. The sword at hand, he still swings, and audio plays like it's a normal Tuesday for him. He's ready to cause some serious harm, and a must buy again. And finally, if we haven't already affected your nightmares enough, meet Darling Dolly. She performs her spooky doll routine perfectly, but when it's time to reset, her head starts jolting all over like she's stuck in a cursed loop. It's absolutely terrifying, and I'm sure you could agree if you walked into any destination with this thing breaking down in front of you, you'd run the other way as fast as you could. And I'd be right there with you. These aren't professional park animatronics, they are more mall-grade mayhem on display for kids and YouTubers alike, and when they break gloriously. But there's one group of animatronics that didn't malfunction in public. They just never shut off. And what's left is something truly unsettling. Stick around for the next entry, you do not want to miss this one. Earlier, we mentioned the Rock-afire explosion, the animatronic band that came before Chuck E. Cheese took over the spotlight. But while most of the world moved on, some of these characters never actually stopped performing for you. The Rock-afire explosion was created by inventor Aaron Fetcher in the early 1980s. It was a full-on animatronic stage show featured at Showbiz Pizza Place, combining music, comedy skits, and synchronized performances across multiple characters. And again, the tech for the time was far ahead of itself. This lineup included Billy Bob, the frontman, the banjo-playing bear who served as the show's lovable host, followed closely by Misty Mozzarella, a cheerleader-type mouse known for her peppy backup vocals and dance routines. Duck LaRue, the spaced-out dog drummer who was always slightly out of it, even in his prime. They covered everything from the Beatles and Elvis to Queen and Michael Jackson, and yes, they even did a rendition of Thriller with full choreographed movement. But now, decades later, their stage looks like a forgotten dream. In 2019, someone filmed a walkthrough of Billy Bob's Wonderland, one of the last places where the original Rock-afire animatronics still operate. Sort of. What the camera captured is less of a performance and more of a ghost story, if I'm honest. Here's Misty, 2019, so obviously she's singing Firework by Katy Perry. Yes, seriously. Her pom-pom arm hangs like it's moments from falling off, with parts of her internal mechanisms poking through her aged sleeve. Her face twitches offbeat, her cheer is, let's just say, empty. Then there's Duke, the drummer. His movements are off rhythm to say the least, his eyelids droop like he hasn't slept in decades. You start to wonder if these animatronics know the show is over. And Billy Bob, the icon himself, he's still strumming that guitar with the energy of a sleep-deprived ghost. His fur is worn, his lip sync is decayed, and his smile looks more like a grimace. But here's the creepiest part. These bots have been performing non-stop since the 1980s. Day after day, year after year. They weren't built to last this long, but no one told them to stop. It's the kind of moment that sticks with you, like watching nostalgia decay in real time. Just think, despite how scary or creepy or funny these may look to you now, once upon a time, maybe even before you were born, these animatronics performed in real life to children at birthday parties and at other events, or just families out to have a bit of pizza together, and they played in a time where there were no mobile phones, there was no internet or computers. So imagine the wonder that these animatronics would have brought to you, and how in 30 odd years have passed, we're now left with just rotting, decaying corpses of what once was a joyful experience. Sometimes the scariest malfunctions are just the ones that never got fixed, and I think that's fitting here. And before we move on, I'd just like to touch on the fact that I recently came to the knowledge that there is a full performing Rock-afire explosion band not so far from where I live here in the UK. It's about 30 minutes drive in a place called Gulliver's World. They have an auditorium there with the full lineup as seen in this video here. I've never actually been to see it. I would love to see it. Let me know in the comments if you'd like me to film that. I can put it up for all to see because I actually don't think that many people from fnaf fanbase or animatronic fanbase actually know of its existence. And for any of my viewers that are here in the UK might be able to go and see that. Or it could be one for further afield viewers to come and view one day. So there we go. Which one of these breakdowns gave you the chills the most? Go on, be honest. And let me know in the comments. It's okay. To some people, these are absolutely terrifying. To some of them, it's hilarious. Or a little bit in between. And we're all here for it. It's absolutely fine. And if you have your own cursed animatronic stories or breakdowns, malfunctions, etc., do let us know. We're always on the lookout for even cooler, creepier content. And again, I know I mentioned it very briefly earlier, but if you do want to hang out live, see some bonus cursed content, or just vibe with us in chat as we explore some of gaming's darkest secrets, come and watch us live on Twitch. The link is below. Even just a simple follow means the absolute world to us, but we'd definitely love to see you there. Me and Amy are always up to a little bit of mischief. Check us out. We'll see you there. In the meantime, stay curious, stay creepy. Take care.